Hey guys, back to another YouTube video. Let me check if my thing's working. Yep. Go ahead and like face the person. So this is the first ever thing we're going to do. We're going to react to I don't know which video to her. Just my ass out. And I'm gonna give her a shout out on here. So yeah. Oh,
See the apple now? Himself! He left himself!
So I learned to use one. And even though it's really powerful, when I tried replacing the original
It's
tracker,
hard.
which is a tiny nylon rope at the end
Here
of
you
the
go.
whip, with a steel wire, the damage got definitely higher. And so I started wondering if a whip was entirely made of stronger and heavier materials compared to a normal one, and it would still be able to travel as fast as a normal whip, could it slice through anything?
Absolutely.
Like if it wasn't made. Well, I have
you
a ballistic
kidding
dummy,
me?
so now I only needed the strong whip.
Oh my god! Dude, he probably hurt himself so many times,
At first,
man.
I wanted to buy one, so I started looking for it online, and I found just a few steel whips, but they're not actually whips. What I found was a lot of videos of Asian guys cracking massive chain whips, but the problem with that is obviously the weight. That chain is probably impossible to lift,
God,
and
man.
that makes
That's
it the
dangerous
deadliest
as
weapon in the world to use against ant colonies. I got nothing against ants though, and I wanna be able to crack my whip mid-air because they do this like mosquitoes.
Well, he lives in Spain. I would assume he hates mosquitoes. I hate mosquitoes.
Same.
So I couldn't find anybody that was
Mosquitoes.
selling the whip I was looking for. Maybe because it's a bad idea, probably because it's dangerous for everything and everyone around me. But I guess there was only one way to find out. I was gonna have to build it myself and then compare it to the normal whip by testing both against a bunch of different targets. So to make
If
the
he
whip
doesn't
as
test them
powerful
on
as
himself, he's
possible,
a
the
pussy.
first step was to figure out how whips actually work. And after a while, I found a few articles and videos that explained exactly what I needed. Basically,
Dude, that is so cool.
while I found a few articles and videos that explained
Kinetic energy, yeah. And look at his mustache. He looks like an evil scientist. Look at his mustache.
exactly what I needed. Basically, when you swing a whip, your hand and the handle of the whip move relatively slow, but they also generate momentum, which is the loop you see there. And a few years ago, this guy basically said that the momentum at the beginning and at the end of the whip has to stay the same. But since the base of the whip is much heavier than the tip, the only way momentum can stay the same is by increasing the speed. So the loop needs to travel faster and faster as the section of the whip gets smaller, till it gets to the cracker, a tiny light rope that travels really fast, like 900 miles per hour fast. So basically, instead of whip, a big mass with low speed turns into a really high speed when the mass is small. For this reason, when
Yeah, the equivalency. Yeah.
materials, I looked for something really heavy for the base of the whip.
So guys, ha! This is my first time having owned it. This reaction channel with this avatar I have right here. I need a little bit bag. I drive in like wink. Shit. Make it too big. Fuck. Don't want to take it. Oh, my whole screen. So I'm gonna be right there.
A lighter for the tip, something more durable and more dense than a normal whip, but also flexible, so that it could still
Titanium.
move very fast. And also safety goggles. So for the body of the whip, I went
He's gonna need more than safety goggles. What if he whips himself? That would hurt like a
with
bitch.
progressively smaller
Yeah,
wire ropes.
it will.
A 6mm one, a 4mm one, and a 2mm one. And then a tiny wire rope that I was gonna use as the cracker of the whip. Somebody actually already makes self-defense weapons out of wire ropes. And they're really cute. Because now
Oh yeah. You can get these as like a woman with like really cute plastic sparkles and stuff. Yeah. It's a self-defense weapon. Sometimes
Nice.
it's encouraged for women so that you can deter people. If you get assaulted, you can whip this thing out and just fucking smack him with it. It really, really fucking hurts. And they have cute, dangly, like, pink, what is it called? Like accessories attached to them. So it looks quote-unquote cute for women.
Imagine that, traveling faster than the speed of sound.
Tassels?
But the main
Yeah,
reason I picked
tassels.
wire ropes
That's right.
is because they are heavier than the classic materials used for a whip. And since they're flexible, I believe they could still create.
If you want to see a really dangerous whip, look at ships when their mooring lines snap.
Oh yeah, lots of force with that.
And behave exactly as a whip does. And to make sure the whip was gonna be as powerful as possible, increase the weight even further
Headshot!
with this big chain that I actually stole from my bike. And the plan was to place it right after the handle. I knew chains could work as whips thanks to the ant killer guys, but I still wanted to double check that and see how he behaved. And I almost lost
don't
my
hurt
way doing
yourself.
that.
You should
Okay,
be
maybe I'm being
careful,
too
mister!
dramatic. My plan was to make the new whip about as long as the latter one. A shorter whip would
Dude,
probably
where's
be
this guy
easier to
live?
handle, which wouldn't
Looks
be
like a
too
nice
bad.
place to live.
Because when I spanked myself with a normal whip,
He spanked himself! Look at him crunching his butt!
What?
He's like, oh god!
Can you give me a soda? Yay! Okay, bye.
stop thinking,
Yeah,
and
okay,
felt
yeah,
the
but
need
just my mom in the background.
relief because of the pain. And I don't want to even think about what would happen with the steel one.
Yeah, maybe
The
that's
shorter whip would also
feeling.
be less powerful.
Ah.
So I cut the
Oh,
four
sorry,
ropes.
shit.
2 meters for the big one, 1.5 for the medium one, 1.2 for the small one, and then a few centimeters for the cracker.
Yeah,
and
it
like
has
that,
to be
I ended up with a
equivalent.
total length of 3 me and about 1 foot.
3 me!
Plus the chain and the handle that I'm gonna realize I didn't take into account later. Now the hardest
no.
part was putting them together. At first,
I
thought
don't
about
really
welding them,
good
but
at
since the
cutting.
ropes
I
are
cut
really
you off.
thin, I fear
How about like gaming video, guys? Yeah, gaming videos are the fucking best thing. Hi! Yeah! Sheesh. So, guys, I might be right in the corner. I will show you my gun. First thing, yeah, I need step.